Greetings, Cosmos, and welcome back to Boktai 2. I'm attempting this with the newer version of VBA M 2.1.11. So, as we experienced last time, the Immortal Dungeons in this are bigger than they ever were before. So, once I get the solar gauge working, M now has its own internal solar sensor. And so I don't need to reset it every time I start a new area. And also, this thing is working properly. Because I found an unpatched version of the game. Oh, right! I was gonna go visit that Undead Dungeon, but first I want to go visit Smith. Hey, kitty. Looks like you managed to purify that immortal. That's the son of the great vampire hunter Red Ringo for you, eh, Django? Thanks for helping Nero and Grandpa. I heard what happened from Sunflower Girl. The solar gun, Gun Del Sol, has been stolen, eh? Zazzy doesn't want to be referred to as Sunflower Girl, and yet everyone just calls her Sunflower Girl. But that soul device could be even more powerful, use it right, see? You need to get to a higher level and make your weapons more powerful first, though. I run a smithery, you know. With your solar power, I can make weapons that are even more powerful. That's solar forging, see? But to make a new weapon, I need two others to work from. Of course, the attributes of the new weapon depend on the two that you start with. Go collect some weapons you think would work and bring them back to the smithery. Right now, all I can do is smithing, but I'd be happy to help you out. Oh, smithing is incredibly useful. You're done alright, Django. Getting back the old man and taking care of an immortal while you're at it. Not bad. It's all because of that soul device I lent you. Who'd have thought such a load of junk could be that useful, eh? Yeah, Anyway, about that vampire's whereabouts. I got a strong sense of darkness from round where Violet picked up that lens. Them remains in the southeast desert. They're a bit fishy. They're up ahead on the path there. Be careful. It weren't just one thing I sensed, right? There's at least two immortals in them remains. Ah, well, I'm off for a nap. Looking after this barrier is no piece of cake, you know. I'll be at the inn. Wake me up if anything happens. Oh, I get a spell if I wake her up.
It's you.
There you are. There's some info about Solarsmith on the panel over there. Better read it once before we start, eh? Fine. I'll read your panel. So I already know how this works. So the speed of that depends on the solar gauge. Each weapon has its ideal temperature, and that's marked on the gauge. So I need good timing to set the temperature just right with the A button. So I hit the A button there, and then the temperature will fluctuate between those brackets. I want to hit the A button as close to being on center as possible. And this moves faster when the solar gauge is higher, so I want it to be... There is like an ideal point based upon... among other things, the game mechanics and... Okay, is that enough? Okay, so... the issue here... Okay. Let's try combining these into a new weapon. Oops! Ah! As you can see, I'm not that good at this. With some higher level weapons, and I mean most weapons above a certain level, I think it's above like the third tier of weapons or so. You get a you can get a special ability on your weapon for getting it. Really? Not great, eh? Looks like your timing was great 10 times, good 16 times, and bad 1 time. The key to forging is temperature control and the time of the strikes. So, let's see here. Gradius -1. And that, at least, is an upgrade to my weapon. Alright, and that's the end of that. So, what do you have to say about that weapon, huh? Ooh, a fine job. Looks like your time was great 8 times, good 19 times, and bad 0 times. Make sure you get some use out of that, eh? And so this is short sword +1. Level 5 weapon. So, kinda like in Persona or Shin Megami Tensei in general, you combine two lower level things to create a higher level thing. If you combine two swords, you'll always get a sword. If you combine two of the same thing, you'll always get something in that same class. If you combine two different classes, you'll get something of the third class. Anyway, today I wanted to try out the Undead Dungeon. So I think the glitch in the patch is if you go into an Undead Dungeon with any sunlight at all, it messes up. But I'm going to save before I enter the forest. Welcome to the forest. It's here. Can you feel it? The presence of the undead. We're not in the city anymore. This is an undead dungeon. Every time you enter an undead dungeon, all trapped and enemy monsters return to their original state. It's all part of the doomsday phenomenon. Be sure to stay alert, Django. Oh hey, skeleton. Oh wow. These are weak compared with... Either I'm much stronger compared with, the Immortal Dungeon. Alright, so... Alright. Now, I mentioned before, but when I played this with the physical cartridge, I would, usually get about 2 bars of sunlight. But I feel like the game is balanced around 4-ish bars of sunlight. Anyway, the game expects you to keep up with, weapons. Like, as you saw, weapons have levels. It expects you to keep weapons at about your level. And, right now that's kind of impossible. Later on it'll be much easier to do. Oh. I thought that platform might move if I dimmed the sunlight. Anyway, I've got this set to the... what is it? The trigger buttons? the left trigger and the right trigger to adjust the sunlight. Oh wow! I didn't expect that to drop out of the tree like that. Alright, this feels like, no, not gonna have anything special hidden there. Okay. Feels like a place where you might hide something. Well, may as well charge my sunlight. Control the sun's rays. The solar moving floor changes position depending on the sun's rays. Depending on if it's getting anything or not. Which means that this dungeon can only be solved during daytime. And now I can use that to head back if I need to. Alright. Oh hey, an underground segment. Sure, let's take this. I'm getting a lot more skill ups than I'm getting level ups. Are these enemies just that weak? Yeah, they are. You saw how much damage that took. Alright, status. Alright, strength. That raised my attack power. That raised my defense. And then raised my spirit. And then... Alright. Right, I wanted to go pester Zazzy at the inn because she's asleep right now. And there actually is a reward for waking her up multiple times. Oh hey, chlorophyllin! Move forward in the direction of the time the chlorophyllin shows. If you want to return, head for 12 o'clock. So then 12, 3... There were 6 chlorophyllin there. 9, so I need to... head this way. 9 again. Stop being bad at this. So that was another 9. 3. Oh good, sunlight. Skylights! Hooray! Oh wow, you managed to walk perfectly to avoid the whatchamadooza things. Wait, am I supposed to get you to walk onto that? I may have made a mistake here. Okay, so then... Oh. There's a bit of a delay between when I hit the button and when the thing responds. Yes, I'll pay 100 monies to take another try. Oh yeah, look at what that does to my life total when I do that. Okay, so then. Gotcha. Alright. So yeah, if I die and then continue, it starts me with my life at half, regardless of what it was when I entered the room. Which makes fighting bosses really annoying. Alright, so then, speed net. Anyway, yeah, makes boss fights really annoying because if I lost to the boss by starting it with my full health and then paying 100 monies to try again, what makes you think I would survive with half health? Alright, now I can get into here. Follow the sun's guidance. So yeah, this is another place where you need sunlight to solve a puzzle. In this case, the puzzle being what direction do you walk in. Oh, nice. Alright. How do I solve this puzzle? Okay. I hope they don't drop. I hope those ones are programmed not to drop anything because that would be annoying. Hunt it out. Find the real ghoul among the statues and activate the lever switch behind it. Oh, sheesh. Well, that was shaking, so... Yeah, I don't want to risk accidentally activating one of those switches. My sword broke. But yeah, that upgrade to my attack power by having a better sword was huge! Oh good, but I can make a new sword. Because enemies are dropping weapons now. Which aren't necessarily valuable in and of themselves, but can be used to make new weapons. Yeah, look at the drop in attack power from a dagger. From breaking, or from... Look at the drop in damage from using a slightly weaker sword. The attack difference between 5 and 12 is massive. Initiate it at 0 light. Oh. See, normally I would read that as a... set your solar gauge to 0, but no, there's a number on the ground here. 8... 7... Oh, hey, is that 0? Was that a random number generator, or was I reading it wrong? Was that 7 a 1? These kind of places always scared me, playing with a physical cartridge because of reasons. Alright, so let's move this over here and eat this one. Because I was always worried that I would accidentally cover the solar sensor. Oh, nice! Alright, so 21, 30. Yeah, I was always worried that I would accidentally cover the solar sensor, or a cloud would come over, and it would drop me into the abyss. And it doesn't help that that's actually happened more than once. Hmm. Oh, hey. Oh, really? Okay, interesting. Yeah, you know, yeah, saving here. Oh, my inventory is full. Well, I guess I'll chow down on another earthly nut. There we go. Alright. Gonna eat this. And, oh, hey, tiptoe nut. Power nut. They call them all nuts, which makes me think, again, that the series has some wonky translation going. Oh, hey. Defeat the clay golems. Oh, really? Yeah, that wasn't the most graceful win. Sonny? I'm Lewis. I got chased by those undead and got myself stuck here. I thought I'd be left here for dead, I tell ya. Maybe I'll be heading to where the others are then. Looks like this new warp magic squirrel will take you to the dungeon entrance. Don't push yourself too much. Nothing worth risking your precious life. Ooh, what is this? Warehouse key. Opens door to the warehouse. So yeah, the undead dungeons in this game don't reward you with solar gun parts anymore because there aren't any in this game. But instead they reward you with all kinds of other weird stuff. I probably should have stopped recording a while ago, but whatever. I want to pester Zazzy and get this warehouse key dealt with, and also meet up with Luis. Ah, the key! That'll open the door of the warehouse! The door of the warehouse opens. Here it is! You can have some too. Here you go. Chocolate! Chocolate's really yummy. I'm gonna give some to Grandpa too. Use the warehouse. Oh. I didn't realize this could go bad. So, anyway. Tossing some things in the warehouse. Oh, this elixir cures lots of things. Alright.
It's you.
Alright. Gonna save, do some more smithing, and then find Luis, and then I think I'll be done for the day. So every weapon has the same level progression, or every weapon class has the same level progression. So that's important to remember. Alright. Oh, fine job. Looks like your time was great 12 times, good 14 times, and bad 0 times. Alright. And so... Weapon... This is level 9. So let's see, so 159. And what's the attack power on this? 16. Ooh. Alright, and I think Luis took up residence in one of the unoccupied houses in this area. That's Clockman. He'll adjust the time for me. Oof. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so Undead Dungeons. You'll rescue citizens and oh hey. A new coffin. It's got special effects and everything. Sealed immortals cannot escape. Enemies will not find the silver coffin. I've never seen a kid more suited for a coffin. If it's coffins you're after, I've got plenty. Come anytime. Alright. And where's... So yeah, every one of these buildings will eventually be occupied. And by buy, I mean sell. You take this for money, right? Oh, good. I can just buy these. Oh, wow, my bank is filled with, I think I made a mistake at some point entering the date because I should not have that much cash. Oh, you don't live in a house, you just stand out here. Oh, it's you, Sonny. Looks like those monsters can't be getting in here now, eh? That's for giving me a bit of extra time here, I tell you, Sonny. I can't thank you enough. Let me sleep just a bit more, alright? What? No one can disturb my sleep. Take this! The Water Devil's Allure! Sun Magic Freeze! Sorry, I'm cranky first thing in the morning because of my low blood pressure. Knew you'd understand, Django. That's why you're the one I can count on. Right then, I'll show you that magic I use, alright? Ready? The water blesses you. You learn the sun magic Freeze. Freeze is threatening magic that'll terrify enemy monsters. Enemies won't be able to move for a little while when they're terrified. It only works when used from behind, and some foes aren't affected at all. Unlike moon magic, sun magic don't use energy, but need sunlight instead, alright? So long as the solar gauge is above the magic level, you can use it as much as you like. Even if the gauge is right at the bottom, you can still use a level 0 freeze, but the amount of time it works for depends on the level of gauge, right? So the stronger the sun is, the better it works, see? Remember that! So yeah. Takes a bit to charge up, but stuns an enemy when used from behind. So, next time I'm going to go explore the parts of San Miguel that I can explore, because up until this point I've just been going straight to the dungeons. And I want to reacquaint myself with the layout of the city. And possibly find more undead dungeons. So yeah, that's the plan for next time. And then maybe I'll go visit the desert remains.